Hello, so good afternoon. And we are here again after last week. And mothers, I really hope you had a really good day. My mom did. Well, at least I think so. Yeah, I had to cook and all of those things, and what I mean. So, Faye, you don't think I can cook, Faye?
Yeah, man, I believe.
You believe I can
Yeah,
cook?
man.
But Faye, you say, yeah, man, I believe.
No, I believe you can cook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
we all should be able to cook.
Exactly.
I mean, we can't eat and can't cook. That don't make sense.
Yeah, that don't make sense. You know what I mean? And all this buying dry food all the time. No, that don't make sense.
Yeah, man.
So as we did promise you, we are here again in another of the series, Color Conversations with Sherwin-Williams. And as we told you last week, we have with us here an interior designer, right? Fay. We just normally say Fay, but Fay Wint.
Yeah,
and she is an interior designer of what do they call it now when they want to say that it is like of repute. She is well known. She is very good at what she does.
She loves what she does.
Say, how long are we working together?
It's a long time, It's me age you're trying to find out.
Well, I was trying to look at calculation, but
yeah, it's a long time. I've been. Yeah, in fact, you brought me over to Sherwin-Williams.
Wow.
Because you were, yeah.
Wow, thanks, Ray.
Yeah.
So, how long you're in interior designing, though?
It's almost 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah. I went into interior design when I said when I studied interior design and I came back to Jamaica and I said I'm going to be doing interior design. People would say, who's going to employ you?
Yes, exactly.
What kind of thing is that? And I say, I will let them know they need me.
Yes, definitely.
And it has turned out very well.
So you say you studied overseas. Where did you study?
At School for Interior Design in Miami.
Okay.
That was a long time now, No, but I go into that.
Well, I don't know if it looks so long. If we're going after looks, I don't know if it's color. Maybe color help to keep you youthful. I don't know.
Oh, I love colors.
Yeah?
I love colors. I don't know if I have a favorite color because I just love working with colors. What I find though is persons generally, I think Caribbean people and Jamaicans in particular love colors.
Yes, we do.
But we have to be careful how we use them. Sometimes we go overboard.
Yes.
Especially in using colors in their very strong form. You'll pass a house that's painted in an orange and you almost have to shade your eyes to look at it. We have to be more careful in terms of using more the colors that are not as sharp.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Not too vibrant and jumping at you.
Not jumping at you,
but
talking to you.
And
welcoming you. And there are times when you need to have colors that whisper. And you can have colors that shout, but they must be used in limited form.
Hold on. So I'm learning something here now. You have colors that whisper. And colors that shout. You don't want it to jump at you. You want it to be inviting.
Right.
That's interesting. As I said that, I remember this customer calling us once, and she said that I live in a White House. You could almost say I live in the White House.
Yes.
Because all these years, my house is white.
Yes, and there are people who love white.
A person who maybe love white, but they said that I see Sherwin-Williams talking about, color of the year and so forth. And I want to move a little bit from white or from just one color that looks, I don't always want to be like a film green. I want to go something a little bit more
sometimes
vibrant.
People are a little fearful.
How do you help them though?
You spoke about your colors of the year and I was looking at them and every year, there are colors of the year it doesn't just apply to paint colors. It's car colors, clothes colors, all of those colors are usually very available in the stores because they're the colors of the year. So it's the colors of the year that your chart with your colors is a good guide because people can look at those colors and see what appeals to them.
Right.
And start from there.
Okay.
No, nobody paints every year, or I
Right.
don't know anybody who paints every year. So it's important that you choose colors that you love. So while I'm not, it's a guide.
Yes.
I don't think you should say, well, these are the colors for 2021, so I must use them.
Right.
See how that will guide you in choosing colors that you love. When you walk into your house or in your rooms, it must be something that welcomes you.
So you're saying the person want to change, they want to go in something more trendy.
Yes.
So they draw for the Sherwin-Williams colors of the year and see out of these colors, which of them appeals to my personality.
Right.
Right?
It must be.
And based on that, I can now go and paint. But suppose the individual, is very outgoing.
Yes.
Right? They're not an introvert like myself.
You are? I don't think so.
They're more very extroverted, very out
They're going to
there.
go for brighter colors.
They're going to go for brighter
Yes.
colors.
Personalities will determine the colors you choose.
But does it always work in your space? That's the question now.
If you love it, it works. What is important is that you do good combinations. And that's
like
where
that.
people sometimes have difficulties.
I like that.
But then because you have this chart here, for example, you have shades on each
Right.
one. So it shows what colors you can put together using a chart. Or if you go online, you can find the color wheel.
Yes.
And the color wheel tells you what colors opposite on the wheel or
Right.
side by side on the
Right.
wheel. And that's a good way for persons to just go on, look up the color wheel on online and work from that.
What about, so for instance, I'm
Yeah.
seeing now this beautiful cushion. Right?
Yeah.
And we're seeing a number of different colors working
Yes.
here. How can a consumer take this cushion and do they transfer all the colors onto their wall?
Oh, no.
Okay, then. So they don't do that.
No,
So-
it's not going to be a comfortable space if you do too many colors.
Exactly.
So what you do is you pick a color from the cushion, or it can be from a tie, or it can be from a piece of fabric.
Right.
And you pick one color, and usually the color that is least in the fabric, say in the upholstery,
Right.
is what you put on the wall.
Say that one more time.
Say, for example, you don't want to take, all right, look at this fabric.
Yes.
This fabric, this is very bright, the
Yes.
fuchsia. The blue is very strong.
Yes.
Assuming this was a upholstery fabric.
Yes.
Most people not using this as upholstery anymore. That kind of floral
Right.
thing. But say you chose this color.
Got the gold there?
Yes, for the wall.
Okay.
Don't go for, because if you choose this dominant color in the fabric and put it on the wall, then it becomes too intense in the room.
Got you.
Right.
Got you. So even though I may really love, all the colors that's on that fabric,
Yeah.
I still have to be mindful that when I put it on the wall, it doesn't become overpowering.
Yes.
But it works with the furnishing that I have in the space.
Because in reality, walls are wonderful and they should be, and it's one of the easiest ways to change the look of a room.
Yes.
Paint.
Yes.
And it's also reasonably priced. It's economical to
economical.
make that change.
Economical.
But what you want to do is not have the color make the room uncomfortable.
Exactly. And I realize that color is so powerful that many persons don't realize, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna ask the viewers a question, right? It's a trivia question.
Uh-huh.
And you need to type in the answer and you could very well be the winner of a gallon of paint. So many years ago, there was a London, don't know if you are aware. There was a London, that don't sound right. No, there was a bridge in London
Okay.
that was painted black. And it is said that suicide rate from that big bridge was high. People just go there and just jump off.
Really?
They changed the color of the bridge to green.
To green? Okay.
And immediately the suicide rate plunged by 34%.
That's interesting.
34%.
Don't take colors for granted.
So what we want you to do is don't take this for granted, but we want you to, one, tell us
What
the
bridge?
name of that bridge in London so many years ago that was painted in black. They changed the color to green, and people start jump off and kill themselves. That's how powerful color
Or
is.
less people kill themselves.
Less people. Yes, less
Okay.
people. Less people. So tell us that and you could win some paint.
Oh, that's nice.
But you know, it's interesting that I think we take color for granted. Right? And somebody says, if you want to know the colors that you really like, open your closet.
Yes, that's usually a good guide.
How does that guide us though?
Because when you open you're going to be drawn to clothing that carry the colors that you love.
Yes.
And
true.
so when you go in your closet, you're going to see, if you're a yellow person, you're going to see you have a lot of yellow.
Yes.
If you're a blue person, you're going to have a lot of blue.
True.
Or if you're just a colorful person, you're going to have a lot of colors. So you can pick a dress in there, or a tie, or a shirt, or something, and use that as your starting point. Because once you have that, you can come to Sherwin-Williams and have a color. Your computer can actually capture a color and mix a paint.
Fay, you know the thing, you know. And as a matter of fact, viewers, let's see if what Fay is saying is really true. Now, I told you before how good she is, right? Now, let's see if what I told you was the truth, or all the time people say fibs. A fib, they call it?
You know, too familiar with that one.
Fib.
Yes, I think I've heard it. Yeah,
you never heard about fib?
Fib.
You're telling a little lie?
Yes,
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 You
you're
see?
right. You're
I
right.
thought
It's
she-
so long
she's very-
it's so long I don't hear it. I've almost forgot it. But
So,
fib.
Fay, are
You're
you saying
telling
I'm-
fib.
Are you saying I'm old?
No. You don't near me. So come on.
So, we have a little tool here. Just a little gadget, right? A very small gadget.
Yes.
Now, we're going to see if we can use this gadget to determine, let's say, this color.
Yeah.
All right?
Or the red, or anyone.
Or any color. So, let's see here now. So, first of all, I need to get me my phone. So, I have
I hope you're not going to get too technical for me now.
No. All right. So, Fay, this is what we're going to do. Let's just say that a customer came in, you know, they have this fabric as you were talking before. They want to match a color from it on their wall, right? So we have this little app here. It's called a Color Snap Match from Sherwin-Williams. So I pair it with my iPhone, and which I have downloaded the app on the phone. And here we go now. So we do like this.
And it comes up.
Scan, it's scanning, and there we go. In a matter of moments, majestic purple.
Okay.
Isn't it a nice name, majestic?
Yeah, the paint colors can have some nice names.
All right, so let's see.
What about the fuchsia? Let's see what they
if
do with
we
the
can
fuchsia.
get this color as well. So here we go. All right, so close there. Which is scan, and it's scanning, and in a matter of moments, exuberant pink.
Okay.
Just like that. So just so we show the viewers, so we just scanned the exuberant pink, and it shows up on my phone. And we also scanned the blue.
So you actually just come to the store now and say, I want exuberant pink.
I want exuberant pink.
And they mix it.
Exactly.
But they can also take this to the
They can
store
take it to
and
the
the
store.
store is scanned.
Because
you said, I don't think everyone would have that.
That's correct, Faye. So normally we give these to the interior designers,
Okay.
interior decorators, the architects, and so forth.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The average householder would probably just take the fabric to our store, and we would use a next machine that we have in the store as well to do the scanning.
Which you have had for a long time.
Exactly.
You have been scanning for a long
As a matter of fact, if you are an interior designer, decorator, architect, all you need to do is just tell us the name of this little gadget here in my hand and say, I want one of those. Just send us a comment. Okay. Do they inbox us? And, you know, people, as I can tell, I'm not so, you know.
Oh, I thought you were better than me.
Yes, and one of these could very well be yours. It's called, well, I said the name earlier, so I hope, I hope you're listening.
Supposed to say the name.
I hope you're listening. But Faye, you know, one of the things that sometimes gets persons confused is they look at this chart, for instance,
Oh, yeah.
and they're like, oh my goodness, which one of those should I use?
Yes.
And sometimes they're saying, how do I know that when I get this color and put it on my wall, it's going to look the same? Because in actual fact, doesn't it depend on the size of the wall? And
It depends on the size of the wall, but more so on the amount of light in the room. So you need to look at your room, how much light is coming in, natural light.
Yes.
So it depends on the size of your windows and the location of the windows and so on. And if you have a dark room, you go for a lighter shade on the card. Because by the time you put it on the wall, it's going to look a little darker.
Yes.
Right. So you can get away with darker shades in brighter rooms.
Right.
But I find I usually recommend, like I said, the muted shades of colors, either the lighter shades or the muted shades.
And that's because it works with so much things, right?
Yes, and it creates calmer rooms.
Oh my gosh.
It makes your
Especially now we
room
need
much
that
more
calm.
relaxed.
Yes.
If you have an exercise room and you want, or even a family room and you want excitement
Energy.
in there, you could add brighter colors. But especially for bedrooms, go for softer colors. And if you really love strong colors, do accessories. Put a few strong colors on the bed with cushions or a throw.
So you're saying this could be an accessory?
Yeah,
just
that could be an
help to
accessory.
brighten the place and create a conversation.
And don't work with too many colors. Choose, for example, this has quite a bit of colors, but it's nice on a cushion.
Yes.
But you don't want to be then trying to replicate this all over the room.
Putting all of this in one room.
And then you have some persons who love red and the entire room is red. I think you should still go for what you like, but you have to avoid that because you need to have a space that is relaxing.
So
in design, I emphasize relaxation, comfort. You know.
So I'm gonna. All right. So I'm going to show something that I tried my hand at earlier on. Right?
Okay.
And you can tell me if this is what you mean when you talk about using, like, we call them accents. Accents.
Yes,
right? You can tell me if this is what you mean. All right. So let's go. All right. So Faye, you were talking about not using this, even though a person may love a particular color, you don't have to use the color everywhere because it may make it too overboard with it.
Yeah.
So I tried my hand at something. So you can tell me if you think I did a reasonably good job, if I get an A- or A++ or I get a C, or what I get. So this is what I did.
Yeah.
So this is my color here. So there we see the fabric. And we can put the fabric closer so viewers can see it. And I selected something from it that I like, and I said, okay, this is the color that I want as an accent.
Yes.
So this would be like my door, and this would be
the wall.
Do you think? Does this work?
I like neutral walls, but most persons are probably going to want something that adds a little color. There would be nothing wrong with adding the same color we are talking as the background.
Okay, so
and
you
it's
could put like a
minimal
border
in here.
around it.
It could be a border, but it could be used. You could add a little bit more color. The average Jamaican likes a little bit more color. And we need to accept the Jamaican in us and not believe that we have to be all gray.
That's true.
Because they are gray in the United States. And I love gray. I use gray in decorating, but I don't limit to gray.
Exactly.
Because we have something in us. Just like how we can dance and sing, we love colors naturally. Don't fight that. Work with colors, but don't go overboard.
Don't go. So the important lesson is we do not go overboard.
Right.
We can find the fabric, select something from it, see how it works. You want to maintain your personality.
Yes.
So don't kill your individual personality.
Right. And don't go next door to your neighbor and see they have something and you will be, because they have that, you want to have it. It look good on their wall. It's not that's their wall.
So who you? Do you? You know, come out and come to Sherwin-Williams, talk to us, and let's help you to be you. You know, to be the person that you are. Come out to that little bubble thing that you have inside.
But that thing what you spoke about, the closet.
Yes.
Look in your closet and see what you're using and what you are drawn to. Most persons know their colors.
Yes.
And work with that. And come into Sherwin-Williams, I mean, the fan, they won't have this fan, but you have this fan, which is like limitless colors.
Yes, exactly.
So they can come to Sherwin-Williams and actually find the colors.
And one thing we want to do for you.
So how much are going to give you for this?
I don't know.
I don't think it was a lot of effort.
So viewers,
it's nice. You're being a bit timid, I think.
A bit timid.
Yes, and that's another thing.
Remember what I told you earlier on? That I am a what, Faye? I'm an introvert.
No, I don't think you're an introvert, but maybe you're timid when it comes. But it can't be that you're timid when it comes to colors.
When
you
I
work with colors.
Live with colors every day, right? All right. So Faye, you know, one of the things that's happening now of late, well, it used to happen before, but it's back more a little bit more vibrant, is sometimes persons choose a different color for their door.
Yes.
Instead of using stain, they use paint.
Yes, they use paint colors.
And one of the challenges with that is that when you use like an oil paint on the door, you have to keep the door open forever for that oil paint to dry.
Yes.
I'm sure you probably in your early days, you probably would have had that experience, but
yes,
I'm
but
sure not
paint
now.
has come a long way.
A long way.
Yes.
The technology has changed. I know a lot of persons think that if it's not an oil paint on my door, it's not going to work. Is that true?
No, I have been using the Snap Dry for a good while.
Okay.
How long have you had it? I think I was introduced to it about 2 years ago.
Yes, we have had it about 2.5, 3 years, somewhere there about. So
I also use it on wood furniture.
Brilliant.
So it's ideal.
You what's up now, Faye? I have a color here, a nice color. Well, I think it's a nice color.
So this is the door?
That is, this is the door, right? That's the door. So of course, Faye, every good paint deserves a good brush. True or false?
Yes.
True.
Yes.
Okay, brilliant. Because if you don't have a good brush, you may not get the desired.
The application is not the same.
All right, good. So now here we have our best lip coat, one coat.
Oh.
And it's nice. Feel it.
Oh, wow.
Nice and.
That's what they use make this horse here.
There's a synthetic fiber, so okay. We joke around sometimes and say, you know, it's so nice you could use it and
for your application.
Yeah, but not for mine, Faye.
But for me. I like makeup.
All right, Faye. So let's see you applying this paint.
So it's just this part you want it on?
Just that part. So let's see what Faye is going to do.
I want to make sure it's not dripping. Yeah.
So you want to put some more, you know, don't be afraid. Let it drip.
Yeah.
Let it drip. Don't worry.
I don't want it messy. I don't like when paint mess up. So, yeah.
And
that looks, it
covers
you get
easily.
Pretty good coverage.
It hides easily, like in a snap.
Yeah.
It's
and you can have this mixed in any
color.
Any color.
As a matter of fact,
and it's also water based, isn't it?
Yes, it's water based. It's water based. It's dry very fast. Within 1 hour, you could finish painting your door, close it, and
will you get a sheen with it?
So this is a satin finish.
Okay.
As you can see here, this is a satin finish. There's a low sheen.
Okay.
Which is becoming one of the elegant things now. We're trendy now, right?
There's a little area here. Yeah.
And Faye is taking her time to make sure everything is
covered. You have to be meticulous about those things.
I'm going to mark Faye as hard as she marked me, you know.
I didn't give you a grade.
Well, I assume that I got a grade.
You're a little bit timid.
I'm a little bit timid. So am I timid now? Is this a timid
color? In terms of the color?
Yes.
No, and I love those. Even this neutral and that, looking good.
So you're saying that using these, a neutral.
You see, it has a little bit more
Yes,
life.
exactly. So you have a vibes here.
Yes,
and you have a nice vibe here, and then here just bring it back.
Is this a gray or this
Yes,
is just the board?
It's a
Oh, it's a gray.
It's a gray.
Okay.
It's a gray primer that we had applied to.
Okay, gray primer.
Gray primer.
Okay.
So
Gray looks very nice, but I like when you get a little splash of color going on.
A splash of color. And as you say, you know, we are, as you mentioned, splash of color. So I can be spontaneous sometimes. So your face is a little splash of color. And I know we know that now is Child's Month. So sometimes you have to help you do something with the children.
Oh.
And you can do a little splash of color.
Yeah.
And then they can come and splash the next color.
Yeah.
And before you know it, they have a
You
nice
have an interesting wall or door. Even the door in the child's room would be interesting.
Exactly.
Or it could be just one wall.
Yes.
Say in a child's room, and you allow them to do it. And they're not necessarily going to do it perfectly. So you allow them to do it.
And I
it
think
doesn't
that
have to be perfect.
when that happens, the child takes more pride in taking care of their space.
Right.
And they want to show everybody, this is my wall. I painted this.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sometimes the handprints people use, and before you look around, they grow it out.
Well, that's it for another week of color conversation with Sherwin-Williams, and we definitely want to say thanks to Fay for joining us here and to having this conversation and for showing us her painting skill with a snap dry from Sherwin-Williams.
Oh, no grade yet.
Brush. And so I think I'm gonna give Fay a B, because guess what happened? She left out one little spot.
Bit. That would be a B plus then.
So viewers, please remember to follow us on all our social media platforms, and remember to take care of our children, because children are our heritage and they are the future.
And this is Children's Month.
And this is, I know some persons say, we are talking like you're not picnic too. You know, it's Child's Month, yeah. So we need to take care of our children as we end showing you some little creative things that you can allow the kids to do. Let them have fun, express themselves, and in the process
and
learn
choose their
how to take care of
colors.
things. Yes, and importantly,
choose their colors.
They have a voice.
I have that all the time where people want to choose the colors for them.
Let
the teenagers as well.
Exactly.
Let them choose their colors.
So Fay, thanks so much for joining us.
Oh,
we really
thank
appreciate
you.
it.
I enjoyed
it. So
I enjoyed it.
Viewers, see you again next time, and remember to send us your comment about that bridge in London. Right? What was the name of that bridge? And tell us why you think when the bridge color was changed from black to green, it caused the suicide rate to fall. What are your thoughts on that? So until next time, this is Kenneth and
Fay
saying take care,
Bye.
live a colorful life.